Hello. Still gonna wait a couple more minutes. I usually wait like 5 or so minutes before starting a stream. We're gonna be going through Gym Leader Castle here in a bit. This is the last thing I gotta do in Stadium 1. Well, round 1, that is. As you can see, I already did all the cups of Poke Cup, Prime Cup, Petite Cup, and Pika Cup. They really were not that challenging. I was most scared of Pika Cup. Oh boy, Pika Cup. With only level up moves. I imagine round 2 will be extremely different. Yeah, okay, here's the deal with this playthrough. I go through the entire game with only level up moves, but I am allowed to use Pokemon from our cartridges. But they only have level up moves. And it's tied to only Gen 1. I cannot trade to Gen 2, teach him a level up move, and then trade back. So for example, Charizard cannot get Smokescreen. Even though it does get Smokescreen from level up in Crystal, it doesn't get it here. Although I did make a mistake, and my Charizard has Smokescreen anyway, so yeah, isn't that nice? I even got green. This is actually a ROM hack of blue, which is made into green, and then the actual blue here is another ROM hack which translates it to Japanese blue. Basically a Japanese blue translated. And also, about the level up moves, if the Pokemon would get a level up move from like a TM or something, I cannot teach it that way. So for example, Jolteon, if I somehow got into like Pika Cup, I cannot teach it Thunder. I could link. Ooh, wait, you know what? I have the links. Let me get the links so you can check them out real quick. Now where did I put them? That's blue. That's blue translated. And here's green translated. Both are ROM hacks of blue. Highly recommend it for a complete Gen 1 experience. Green translated features the infamous green sprites. And it also changes a few aesthetics. And even some dialogue. So will be different from our blue version. And then blue translated has stuff like you can find Jinx in the wild, you can trade Kadabra for Graveler to evolve to Golem, you can trade Persian for Tauros. Unfortunately, that's the only way to get Tauros in blue. You can find Lickitung in the Safari Zone. Yeah, Japanese blue is very interesting. Anyway, let's get into why we're here. Gym Leader Castle. And I'm just gonna sit on this screen for a bit so we can listen to the music, because the moment I select Brock, then we're gonna hear the... Okay. We also don't hear this music ever again once we get to the Elite Four. I am emulating it here, right here. I have like a graphics plugin called Glide N64. Note the N in the Glide 64. Like, Glide 64 and Glide N64 are two different plugins. Glide N64 is like... It's pretty much the best plugin you can get your hands on. And is what I'm using for Stadium here. It's pretty much the best way to emulate Stadium at the moment. At least as far as I know. I think we've heard the whole track by now. Well, we heard enough of it anyway. Let's get started here. Now the question is, should I use the Pokemon I've used in Poke Cup or the Pokemon I've used in Prime Cup? They're both pretty much the same. The only things different about them is pretty much their nicknames. I also do have more Pokemon at level 100 than I do 50. So here's my Pokemon at level 50. We have Raymond the Charizard, Nine the Dugtrio, Wind Button the Alakazam, No Goggles the Lapras, Alto the Jolteon, Uber the Snorlax, and Duck the Golem. Don't mind the Wigglytuff here, that's like my in-game team for yellow version. Like, yeah, seriously. Does have a pretty good moveset though. Wigglytuff is so weak. Like, oh my gosh, it doesn't one-shot anything, even super effectively. And level 100, I have Venustoise, Rhyhorn, Earthquake, Trade LMFAO, Regisoccer, but why though? Lapras, yeah boy! Pokemon Sleep, Mew74, and Mew-Uwu. Yes, Alto is exactly that. It's like when you miss a move or something. And that's why I named Jolteon Alto specifically, because it has like Thunder, Pin Missile, and I guess Thunder Wave if you try to use it on a ground type. Clearly I'll use my level 15 Electrode. No. I'll use my level 100s. I mean, we gotta give Venustoise some screen. My goodness, look at those stats. That's like 50 points above... That's like 60 points above what I consider to be a good stat spread for starters. What does why though have? Oh yeah, Water Gun. Like, that'll help me. Let's use it anyway. I think that'll be my team for Brock. Alright. Let's get started, and yeah, that looks about right. Bugsy Exo. All of them are named Bugsy Exo. I have a sinking feeling that this is considerably harder than what we're supposed to be fighting here. I don't think my level up team can handle that. Yeah, by the way, Stadium Kai... This is Stadium Kaizo. Surprised you there. And, I do want to show this off for a bit, for a good reason here, like... For my Pokédex spreadsheet, I've been working on, like, the lowest level Pokemon possible. I've got everything down for Gen 1. I have not gotten unique things for Gen 2 that you can enter into Poké Cup. Or Pika Cup. I wasn't aware that was a rule. I do know that you can't name Jolteon Pikachu. But anyway, like... Yeah, this is Stadium Kaizo made by Sinister Hooded Figure, and for Pika Cup here, it occurs to me that, like, there's a good number of Pokemon that you can get at level 15 or level 15 to 20 or lower that I never suspected you could get. But why is Wartortle level 15? Isn't that impossible? But yeah, like, there's a few interesting Pokemon I would never think you could get at level 15 or lower, and that would be really helpful for my Pokédex spreadsheet. Not seeing really much of it right now, but here's one. Level 15 Arbok, level 15 Sandslash. Like, can you get those in Crystal or something? Level 15 Machoke, 15 Graveler. Like, in Gen 1, you can't get, like... It's actually impossible to get a level 15 Golem, but you can get a level 16 Golem. But for some reason, the Fisher in Pika Cup has a level 15 Golem. Impossible. And you can't get a level 16 Graveler because it's forced to evolve via a trade. Any interesting... Level 18 Persian. I know you can get that in, like, Crystal at nighttime, next to Celadon. But here's a level 15 Golem right here. Like, am I crazy? Can you not get, I know you can get a level 16 Golem. You trade Kadabra for Graveler, and the Graveler evolves the Golem. But Abra evolved at level 16, and you can't catch Kadabra that's lower than level 16. Like, am I crazy? Level 15 Golem is illegal, right? You can get a level 15 Haunter? Like, I know Sinister Hooded Figure knows his stuff, but there are a few curveballs here and there, just to give you a fair chance, or just to make things interesting. I would love to know this information of the Gen 2 Pokemon you can get for Pika Cup here. That'd be really helpful for my spreadsheet. Because in my spreadsheets, I'm working on basically what's possible you can enter in Pika Cup. But anyway, enough of Stadium Kaizo. Let's get to the actual stadium. A Garchomp named Skitty. Are you serious? The best Pokemon, Pikachu, sends out a Jolteon. But the I is a 1 because you can't name Pokemon other Pokemon. What was my team again? You. And I guess we're good. Okay, for real, let's fight. Alright, now we're good. You know we're good when at first we're fighting Caterpie, Weedle, Metapod, and Kakuna. I don't know about Caps. I'm not sure about that one. I don't think you can. Oh.
We bring you this battle live from
Capital I and lowercase L look so similar, I couldn't tell the difference.
Challenger fair against the best of the best.
Yeah, they look exactly the same. Okay, Golem, how many times will you miss with rock throw?
Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Rock throw. No! This Pokemon looks wrong.
Just imagine a case where Golem actually loses to Butterfree because it misses too many rock throws. Cursed matchup. Oh my gosh, the bug catcher is actually using his two best Pokemon. I never see that happen.
What now? Miss the target. How's that? Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Why? Taken down with one hit. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Fun fact about this bug catcher, his Caterpie, Weedle, Kakuna, and Metapod have max stats. Like, you would never see a Caterpie with this much HP.
They strike fighting poses. There it goes. Oops, that's a miss.
There's our first miss. Reminder, Rock Throw has 65 accuracy.
What a furious battle. Now.
Which is lower than Thunder, by the way.
The attack wasn't effective. Savage attack. That's the weak spot.
Oh my gosh, it didn't kill a Caterpie. It killed Beedrill, but not Caterpie. Good. I mean, I did crit the Beedrill, but still surprising nonetheless.
It just shrugged off that hit.
It shrugged off that hit.
Earthquake. Yeah, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out? And there goes the battle.
Okay, so I would have streamed yesterday, but I had way too much stuff on my to-do list, really. And just about everything on that to-do list, which is basically everything on my mind, was just... It was... I don't know, I couldn't afford to really stream on Sunday. I needed the time off.
Stay calm to earn victory.
I had to do stuff like wash an entire load or two of dishes.
A psychic blast.
I was cleaning up my VMU Chow stuff, and VMU stuff in general.
This is a wild one
Just
from the word
just
go.
in general cleaning up. I also didn't really have anything to eat or drink, so I had to make something to eat and make something to drink.
Two different types of Pokemon.
So I couldn't really stream on an empty stomach or not having anything to drink. Also, our tap water sucks.
Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Down! That didn't take much.
There's also a bunch of meowing.
In the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's Bloom! The remaining Pokemon count.
Okay, this is gonna. Okay, I'm gonna let this Gloom attack me because I want to see if it does a funny animation. Gloom has a hilarious animation. Okay, it's not a Zorb. Is that really the best it does? Like when Gloom does like takedown or double edge, its animation for doing it is hilarious. I remember watching Verster react to it. He's like, what the fuck? Gosh, the cat's meowing is loud. I can hear it crystal clear, even though the door is closed.
It's the gym's third opponent. The gym leader is waiting right after this.
I want to see like a video of Stadium that shows every single animation. All of them. I don't think one exists. I know stuff like all Pokemon Mega Punch animations, all Pokemon Mega Kick animations. I know stuff like that exists. But I want to see a video that like goes over a Pokemon one at a time, showing off all its animations. I know Aerodactyl, like, Aerodactyl cannot normally get Earthquake in this game, but it can get Earthquake in Gen 2. So you can teach Earthquake there, and then transfer it back here. And it actually has a unique animation for it. Although I want to say that animation is shared by Wing Attack in Gen 2. I don't know if it uses Wing Attack here. It does that animation. It's the animation where Aerodactyl, like, spins so fast. It's hilarious.
What's this? Oh, the attack missed.
Yeah, 95 accuracy, yeah.
What'll it do? Perfect.
Pidgey just wants a hug.
One still raring to go, but the opponent appears beat.
Quick attack, attack.
What now?
Wing attack, attack. Gosh, gotta love Pokemon Stadium's 2's text.
What's that?
Razor Leaf attack.
And the weak spot. Oh! Is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh,
But yeah, all the chores I had to do, all the stuff I had to make for myself to take care of myself, all the cleanup I had to do, it just took up way too much of my time. I needed all of it. And I'm still not finished. Although I am at a point to where I can, like, take some time off. Because I need a break from it. Cleaning up my VMU stuff, like, my VMU stuff, research notes, like, all the files, memory card management, stuff like that, like, it is by far the biggest mess I have, and has been for years. I am terrible at, like, keeping things organized or clean. Like, whenever I get anything new, whenever I take notes or download a new file for me, or, like, get anything new, I tend to never really do anything with it until I'm, like, interested in the subject again. But by the time I am, it's like, it takes too much time for me to get back into it. And so, like, cleaning up just takes more time because of that. I also have to look into what I have again to figure out what it even is, because sometimes I don't even name my files appropriately. Knew it. Responding to Love Heart Gonzi, not Onyx.
This is a wild one from the word go.
Indeed. Not level 16 Graveler, though, because Graveler evolves and you can't cancel it. A rare instance where an evolution is possible, but not its pre-evo.
Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Why? Take it down with one hit. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Apparently you can get like a level 6 Raticate in like Route 1 of Gen 2. Level 6 Raticate. Not that it makes a difference, because you can catch a level 15 Raticate in yellow anyway. But why would you use Raticate in Pink Cup anyway? It's full of Dragon Rage users.
That's it! Stay clear!
Evolves from 5% Ratata. So what, it has max stats already? But anyway, the VMU, like, apart from the downloading stuff, naming stuff appropriately, looking at the file to see what it even is, yada yada yada, like, the VMU is the worst of it. Because, like, well, like, it's a memory card for one, so, like, I have to put it in a memory card viewer to look at it, at what save data is on there. I have to look at what the save data even contains by playing the games and stuff. It just takes too much time to figure out what the VMU files even are. And also just, it doesn't help that they have to be specifically named, like VMS00, VMS01, VMS10, stuff like that. I did figure out at some point that you can change a setting in Dreamcast emulators to change what to look for, but it's still a pain in the ass in Gen 4, but that you can't do it in you can't transfer it in Gen 1, so there. But yeah, like, the fact that the VMU files have to be named so specifically, and also, like, the save files independently from the card, having VMI and VMS files, they have to be 8 characters long or shorter. That's also a pain. And also figuring out what those are is also a pain. Just all the file naming, figuring out what the files even are, playing the games to figure out what they are. It just takes too much time to figure out what they are. Organizing them is so limited because I have so limited naming options. And I have to be so specific about naming what I name them, because the emulators have to look for a specific file name. Oh.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series.
And also, like, the VMU memory cards have a max limit of 200 blocks, and VMU minigames take up 128 blocks, usually. So, like, in most cases, you'll have instances where, like, it's like, for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, which are the only Dreamcast games I really play, also Sonic Shuffle, but let's talk about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. It's like, for Sonic Adventure 1, you'll have room for Chow Adventure, a Chow save, and a Sonic Adventure main save. You'll have room for all 3 of those. However, you don't have very much space after that. Like, you've taken up more than a 75% of the blocks. So you don't have room for anything else, really. For Sonic Adventure 2, you'll have the Chow save, the main save, Chow Adventure 2. Guess how many blocks you have left after that? After those 3 things alone. Guess.
There's a big difference in HP. How's that?
Ooh.
Goodness. What's that?
Do we have another guess?
Damn it. What a furious battle. There it goes. Yeah, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out?
And the winner is Loveheart Gonzi. Well, winner in the sense that you're the closest. The answer is 2. You have 2 free blocks after a Sonic Adventure 2 save, a Sonic Adventure 2 Chow save, and Chow Adventure 2. Out of 200 blocks, those 3 take up 198 blocks. I mean, to be fair, like, it never hurts to have a memory card dedicated to Sonic Adventure 1 and a memory card dedicated to Chow Adventure 2, to Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to organize. You don't have to worry about that. However, the problem is, like, when you want multiple copies of Chow Adventure 1 or Chow Adventure 2 for, like, research purposes. Chow Adventure 2 especially. Like, Chow Adventure 2, like, it's not enough that you download, like, it's not enough that you just download the game onto the, on the VMU, and you already have everything to look at. No. Chow Adventure 2, like, it has 10 stories, 11 scenes, and 18 types of Chow. 18 sets of sprites. It only has room for 2 stories, 8 scenes, and only 1 type of Chow of a sprite set. That alone takes up the entire 128 blocks a minigame can carry. So yeah, at minimum, to have everything for research, sprite ripping and whatnot, you need 18 copies of Chow Adventure 2. You mean like a Nexus 4X memory card? That doesn't really help. Also, you can't play minigames on them because they don't have a screen. And even if they did, Nexus memory card, 4X memory cards, the way they work is that, like, they technically don't actually have extra capacity. The way they work to get around this is that they actually have 4 memory cards that you can toggle between. So yeah, it seems like you should have 800 blocks to work with, but it's actually 4 sets of 200. So it's like, if you have a minigame occupying one of those 4 memory cards, you can't put another minigame, even if it could fit on that same one of the 4. Because the way VMUs work is that you can only have 1 minigame on it at a time, even if you could fit 2 minigames on it somehow. Also, love this trainer's strategy, by the way. Their strategy is to use accuracy lowering moves. And here we have Jolteon, who has moves that have terrible accuracy. Oh, that's a powerful thunder.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokémon.
But yeah, it's like, even away from that, it's like, say one of the 4 slots has the 2 blocks remaining of that problem, like, and then another slot has 8 blocks remaining, and a save file has carries 10 blocks, or 9, you can't use up the 2 slots that have the 2 remaining and 8 remaining together. You can't do that.
What'll it do?
So yeah, that's how the Nexus 4X memory card works.
It's paralyzed Fireworks are flying in this battle.
Also, speaking of,
What now? Good hit.
Demol, a Dreamcast emulator, I guess emulates the Nexus, technically.
The intense battle continues.
It's like... By the way, place your bets. Will Jolteon win or Pidgey?
They strike
Anyway,
fighting
or sorry,
poses.
Pid.
What's next? There,
It
it's a
does
hit.
emulate the Nexus 4X memory card, technically, but like,
There it goes.
the way it does it is like,
Missed the target. Neither
so
one
a
is
Dreamcast
succeeding in
controller normally can have 2 VMUs on it,
There, quick attack.
and everything emulates that pretty well.
It's finally taken down.
But Demol can actually
The next Pokemon is being pressed.
Demol gives you like 5 slots for VMU for some reason, even though the controller can only hold 2.
The remaining Pokemon stock is
And I'm not really sure why. Like, I'm guessing it's trying to emulate the Nexus, but there's no way to switch between slots.
What's this?
I also don't know why it's emulating only 5 slots when it could be emulating like 8. Because couldn't you technically have like 2 Nexus memory cards in the controller at that point? But yeah, it emulates 5 slots,
One hit.
but you can't toggle between slots 3, 4, and 5. You can only have 1 and 2. So I don't get the point. Maybe it's for like when you have a physical, like a physical Nexus, I'm guessing? I still don't really get it. Because it doesn't give you the like, I already said it. It's like it's trying to give you an optimal setup of like, slot 1 is a VMU, because in the Dreamcast controller you can have a VMU screen to look at, and then slot 2 is the Nexus. That's like the optimal Dreamcast experience or something.
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this.
Know what I am surprised exists? A Nexus 32X. 32 memory cards in one. I think it's 32.
Razor Leaf Flurry. Mighty blows as the word go. Taken down on the word go. This is a wild one from the word go.
Something else that recently exists now is something called the VM2.
How will the
That's actually what it's called, VM2, as in the number 2, not the word 2.
Fighting poses. What now?
I took a look at it,
What the weak
and it actually looks like it basically has everything a VMU could want.
What a furious battle!
It has multiple slots. It has the VMU screen, of course.
How's that? Nail the weak spot.
How
Oh,
it can connect to PC. It has a rechargeable battery. Thank goodness, because one of the biggest problems with VMUs is that they don't last.
Oh, it's Holy World. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Like, yeah, it has everything
One-sided.
a VMU could want. It has everything that would fix the VMU. Another miss? Seriously?
What's this? Good hit.
I like this trainer strategy. Use multi-hit moves.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
Kind of funny.
There it goes. Devastating. Why? Take it down with one.
However, there's just one
hit.
major flaw with the VM2 that I'm told. It does not do VMU to VMU link up. One of the most important features of the VMU. How am I supposed to research Chow VMU breeding if the VM2 can't link up with another? Apparently, VMU to VMU link up is like very difficult to get right.
And the maiden of water Pokemon. Let's see what the challenger has in store for her.
I still don't get how you mess it up on a physical thing though. Like, just take a physical VMU, upgrade it to the VM2. There you go.
We might be in for a one-sided
Just take the
affair.
hardware of what connects two VMUs together and put it in the VM2.
How will the type difference affect that?
Maybe modify it a bit.
Hit you, Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed. There's the attack. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon.
Now, emulation, on the other hand,
Down. That didn't take much. There's a difference in the number of reserve
yeah, that I can
Pokemon.
understand. I mean, like,
Oh, it's sealed.
trying to get Dolphin with GBA GCN cables, for one, like, I imagine that was extremely tough to get right.
What now?
Or just simply two GBAs connecting with each other, two Game Boy Colors connecting with each other, etc. Two DSs connecting with each other. We have all that working great. We have all that working great now. VMU though, no, still work in progress, pretty much.
That's it.
I really want VMU to VMU link up in emulation because I'll like basically complete my Chow research. Not disassembly notwithstanding, because I do not know how to read disassembly. I do not know how to read code in that. All that jazz. Speaking of VMU emulation, like, for so long, VMU emulation sucked. Like, there was no good VMU emulator, period. There was, like, soft VMS, which existed since, like, 2000, maybe even earlier than that, which is pretty surprising, honestly. There's, like, Dream Explorer, which has a port of soft VMS on it. But Dream Explorer is like a Dreamcast GDI or CDI. It's meant to be burned onto a physical disc. It's not meant for emulation. You can emulate its emulator. It's just, it will crash often. But you can get it to work. What's important about Dream Explorer compared to soft VMS is the fact that it saves your game. Soft VMS does not normally do that.
Here comes the first opponent. An easy victory should be within reach.
Was that suddenly loud? I did come closer to the mic with that, but I also cupped my hands in front of my mouth. I'm sorry if that turned out louder than expected.
Go into battle poses.
But yeah, note the emphasis on saving the game.
A savage hit.
More VMU emulators include Macaron? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Dreamcast emulator, but it comes bundled with its own VMU emulator.
What now? Oh, the attack
And this VMU emulator
What's next?
is
Good hit.
so garbage.
The intense
It is
battle
so
continues.
inaccurate. It does play games, but it is so inaccurate. Like, most things are like so slow. Chow Adventure 2 is borderline unplayable
Down and out.
with how slow it is. Like, the main gameplay isn't that slow, but like the moment you have text or battles, anything that isn't just watching your Chow walk,
Shoulder.
in Chow Adventure 1 too, honestly, but Chow Adventure 2 has it even worse.
This is a fight between
Any
two
gameplay
different
that
types
isn't
of
just
Pokemon.
watching your Chow walking is so slow. It's like 1 frame per second. I am not joking.
Severe hit.
However, I use this emulator over others because it does
There's a difference
save
in the
your
number of
game.
preserved Pokemon.
Very important.
Oh, it's Krabby.
That's the only reason I still
Remaining
use it,
Pokemon count is
despite
3
its
to 1.
terrible
The
accuracy.
battle has
Soft
become
VMS
one-sided.
is also not very accurate, but
What
it's
now?
way the hell speedier than Megaron.
Gone! It's a one-hit wonder. And there goes
And then we get to the last VMU emulator, apart from all the ones I don't really mention because they all are so specific on how to even get them to work, because you can't run them on Windows. Ooh, onion rings. I'd love me some onion rings sometimes. I have... And speaking of, I do have a bag of Funyuns ready to eat. But I'd still love me some cooked onion rings. Those are delicious. Anyway. Like, the last VMU emulator
second adversary.
of this list,
Challenger needs to stay calm.
Eliscion VMU. Eliscion VMU is, well, it's more made for, like, Apple. Not really Windows, but thankfully there is a Windows port.
Bad Pokemon choice. Taken down.
And
First go.
this emulator,
We might be in for a one.
oh my gosh, it is so accurate. It's basically flawless.
This is a fight between two.
You look at
different
the
types
features
of
it can
Pokemon.
do, it has pretty much everything you'd wish out of an emulator. For VMU anyway.
This Pokemon looks wrong.
Well, maybe not everything, but like,
With one hit.
more than you expect. It has
There's difference
a
in the
buzzer
number of
tool, it
preserved
has
Pokemon.
a jet set radio thing,
Oh, it's Voltorb.
it has a
The remaining
it has a
Pokemon count
RAM
is 3 to
RAM
1.
viewer and a
The
flash
battle has
viewer,
become one-sided.
a memory viewer basically, and you can even edit it.
There
It has a memory card management system. You can export and import VMU VMI files or DCI files.
And there goes the battle.
You can export VMU memory cards entirely via bin files. You can even load up VMU BIOS, which Megaron also does, but it has pretty much everything you could want out of a VMU emulator. Not absolutely everything, but yeah. The problem? It doesn't save your game. What? How do you make a super accurate VMU emulator that plays every game
It's the gym
almost
vertical.
flawlessly
The gym leader is waiting
and
right
not
after
know
this.
what saving your game is? So, like, I talked to the EVMU dev about this years ago. I tried to teach him how to save to a VMU game, because I did understand how the saving worked, and he didn't really get it.
How will the type difference affect that?
And there's the end of that story. Like, for 4 years, EVMU remained this way. And then, this week, like a few days ago,
the remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
I asked, hey, when's the release of EVMU? Have we gotten VMU to VMU link up yet? Because that was also a feature that was not implemented yet, like I said. And the dev was like, oh shit, I was just about to release version 1.0. Was there anything you wanted? Because I do request a few features here and there sometimes. A few quality of life changes in general. That would make the whole thing easier. So, like, I tried teaching him about saving because I had a way better grasp on how it worked. Chow Adventure 2 has got to be the most problematic game about not being able to save, because, like, if the VMU cannot save, Chow Adventure 2 will keep nagging at you, what's your name? Your Chow will keep saying to you, this is my first adventure, I want to learn a lot. Will you tell me about yourself? It will say that every time it wants to talk to you. Well, not every time it wants to talk to you, but, like, it's still a problem. The moment I noticed this, I knew that Chow Adventure 2, like, how Chow Adventure 2 saving worked. Well, I learned more about it recently, but, like, I had a full grasp on how VMU saving worked. So I told the dev about this. I told him that some games have their RAM that they write to flash when they save, but Chow Adventure 2 does not do this. It just writes to flash. It doesn't write to flash from RAM. The game just directly writes to flash, or something like that. Like, it might have a bit of RAM it copies to flash. Like, I guess that's what it's doing in the case of naming yourself. Yeah, I guess it's like, it has a more temporary RAM, is the point, I guess. I'm sure some people know what saving is, like, but yeah, I had a better grasp of it. I explained it to him, and then he played the game to see for himself. And oh my gosh, he finally understood. He finally understood me. He finally understood how to save VMU games. Lieutenant Surge is a pain in the butt, by the way, because his Pikachu and Raichu know the move Surf. So I'm glad I took them out before they even could use Surf. I'm sure we, as childs, have fond memories of that. Going to Lieutenant Surge, bringing a team of nothing but ground types, and then getting wrecked by Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu of all things. And Raichu. Nope, it has Surf too. What a troll. But yeah, he got the saving down, and then once he did that, he gave me essentially a dev copy of EVMU before releasing. So I play tested everything it had to offer, reported back to him. There was a good number of things I suggested, like a lot of things. And as it was, like, saving, it was inconvenient, but it functioned. And honestly, the way it functioned is not even that bad. It's like, it doesn't auto-save for you. It, like, you have to manually save yourself. It does write to Flash, but to keep that Flash, you have to import it yourself, which I'm okay with, because it's like, what if you didn't want to save? So you know what? That's okay. I still would like an option of it auto-saving, or like a thing where it's like, if you try to close it without saving, it'll be like, hey, it's not saved, do you want to save? You know. So yeah, now we're looking good.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected. Now, here's the first move.
To end the VMU cleaning subject, apart from the Chow saves, the Chow Adventure saves, whatnot, the VMU memory card management, there's also, like, the VMU DLC and the downloadable content you can have. You can have the DLC of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. There's, like, Chow from the Black Market. For anyone who doesn't know, like, there is a black market for Dreamcast, but it's online only, and you download Chow on the VMU to import into the Chow Garden. There's all that. Organizing those files, it's like, there's multiple sources for the DLC, and all the stuff I had on me was named, like, the way they were named and stuff. I didn't know where they even came from, where some of the stuff I had on me came from. So what I ended up doing was, like, re-downloading everything I had on me and jotting down where they came from. So I know, like, if you want to get the stuff yourself, I can give you, like, a definitive source to download them from. Because some of the stuff I previously had on me didn't really work 100%. There's, like, multiple sources I did download my stuff from previously. There was, like, there's a site called Blue Swirl where people host VMU saves and stuff, DLC. I used to get my stuff from that, but it wasn't the greatest. And apparently nowadays the site's down. Like, the site itself isn't down, but, like, all the VMU saves on there, gone. Everything. All the DLC it had to offer, all the minigames it had to offer, that Sonic Adventure 2 180 emblem save, gone. I still have some of that stuff on me, but it's obsolete thanks to better sources out there existing. And I download everything I had previously had and jotted down the source. I'm all good now. I'm all well organized. Beauty.
How will the gym's second opponent conduct battle, we'll need a strong effort to win.
Please don't horn drill me.
They strike fighting poses. Whoa! Horn drill!
Whoa!
The attack missed! Vigorous attack!
Look at that monstrous HP.
What a furious battle!
Okay, the last thing I need to do for my VMU cleanup to finish it off
Is it down and out?
is optimizing Chow Adventure 1 and 2. There's like so many versions of Chow Adventure 1, you have no idea. They're all different in some way.
Two different types of Pokemon.
Well, maybe not all of them, but most of them are different. Chow Adventure 1 English, Chow Adventure 1 English Update, Japan, E3. E3, for some reason, there was an E3 beta. That's where I got my... I mean, Blue Swirl is where I got my E3 beta copy. And the one difference it really has that's notable... Well, it has more than one difference, but the most notable difference of the E3 beta Chow Adventure is that the item called Lemon is called Kumquat.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Which is kind of interesting.
Oh, it's repeating.
Do you know what a Kumquat is?
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided. It used Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed. There it goes. Harsh blow. The intense battle continues.
Of all the fruit that's yellow, I'm surprised they went with Kumquat.
Savage attack. There, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out?
There's like 4 fruits in Chow Adventure that in Japan, they're just called Yellowberry, Blueberry, Purpleberry, Redberry. Or, no, not berry, fruit. But in Chow Adventure 1 English, we get lemon, plum, grape. Grape is blue, by the way. And cherry.
Here's the third trainer battle with only
I'm
the
guessing
few
that
left after this. What kind of battle can we expect
like
to
they
see?
called it, they went with grape because like the stat it's associated with is run, and the color that's associated with is green. So they were trying to make it a green grape, not a purple grape. But like it's blue,
Here's the first move.
so blue grape, I guess.
That wasn't effective.
Blueberry.
What a furious battle. They strike fighting
Seeing
poses.
Rhyhorn, I'm convinced it's actually Rhyhorn.
Oh, it's Charizard.
Can we get an evolution of Charizard that has Rhydon's cry? Or pre-evolution of Rhyhorn that looks like Aeron, that has Charmeleon's cry?
Blaine,
Sound effect Josh hates.
super effective. Oh, is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be? Here's a Pokemon kit. How will the type difference affect battle? There's the attack.
And then we have other fruit from Chow Adventure 1. We have Heart Fruit, Chow Fruit, Star Fruit, Haste Fruit, Random Event Fruit.
Neither one
But then
is
those get
succeeding in ace.
translated to like Chow Nut, Life Nut, Haste Nut, or sorry, Hast Nut, Star Nut, Lazy Nut. Well, I mean, 7 character limit. I guess it makes sense to call fruit nuts. But it's still kind of hilarious that we got stuff like Lazy Nut, Hast Nut, which kinda looks like Hazelnut,
The battle has become one-sided.
Max Nut.
What's next? A savage hit! What's this? Good hit! What a furious battle! Savage attack! There, it's a hit! Wow! Going down!
It will never torch a weaker opponent, huh?
And there goes the battle!
Gosh, imagine if Pokemon had hidden mechanics per Pokemon that they don't teach you about. For instance, Charizard will refuse to use Fire-type moves on opponents that the game considers weaker than it. But to make up for this, Charizard has higher physical attack. If you ever use a Water-type move on Charmander, it just dies in one hit. Castform is immune to specifically Earthquake and Magnitude.
It's on! The battle against Erika, the Celadon gym leader and a grass Pokemon artist. Smart strategy is
Spam
the
flamethrower
key to
win.
victory.
Yeah, there's Chowventure 1. Chowventure 2?
Like a bad Pokemon choice.
I might have said this, I don't remember if I said in full detail, but like Chowventure 2,
We might be
like I
in
said,
for
has
one
10
sided
stories, 21 scenes, and 18 Chow sprite sheets.
affair. How will
It
the
can,
draft
and
difference
per
in
copy,
this
it can
battle?
only have 2 stories, 8 scenes, and 1 sprite sheet.
How's that?
So, at minimum, I need 20 different copies to be optimized. However, to even get the sprite sheets, I only really need like a text file for them to rip.
What a furious battle!
So I can discard the VMI, VMU files in those cases. And just have a ready sprite sheet to rip.
What now?
As for the stories and scenes, optimally I need 5 VMU files.
It can't make a move.
And getting an optimally set up 5 VMU file set that also has the 10 stories and 21 scenes I need, like, I could consistently get the stories I'm missing, or 2 specific stories I'm trying to replace on one file that doesn't have the scenes of any of these 5. Like, you think out of 8 out of 21 scenes that are loaded at any time, like, I would get the missing scene eventually,
This matchup has
but it just would
become
not
one-sided.
give it to me.
The attack
And
still
getting the
going
2
on.
specific stories to replace any of the 5 VMU files is literally a 1 in 9 chance, and just the Chow Transporter just would not give that to me. And when it does, it doesn't have the one scene I'm missing.
It just shrugged off that hit.
8 in 21 chance.
It can't move again.
Thankfully, yesterday I managed to finish the job.
The attack is still continuing. Here's a light shot. This
Light
matchup
start?
has become one-sided.
Chowventure 2's RNG is kind of broken if you ask me. So is Chowventure 1's, honestly.
Minor hit. There's a big difference in HP.
I just hate rolling.
Go into
I
battle
like
post.
like, this experience very much reminds me, like, it goes back to this game. Where, like, in the Gym Leader Castle, when you beat the Elite Four, you get a Pokemon present. You can get a level 5 starter, a level 25 Eevee, level 20 Ammonite or Kabuto, which is lower than what you normally get them at.
What now? There's a little damage.
Or level 30 Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Still can't move. Neither one is conceding an inch. The attack is
We're still doing this, by the way. I refuse to switch. We're gonna play this game.
There's a light shot.
When will Charizard get to move?
Battle continues. The attack still going on. A minor hit. Fireworks are flying in this battle. The attack is still continuing.
Yeah, like, at the end of Stadium 1, like,
The heated battle rages on.
so, like,
Combat
as I've
faces
said in many streams,
the attack still going on.
I was doing a Gen 1 100% playthrough,
Sparks are flying.
including Stadium 1, which I'm going through right now, to finish the 100%. Bind is 75 accuracy, by the way. It will miss, eventually.
It can't move again. What a furious battle. The
So, like,
attack is still
getting-
continuing.
And during this 100% playthrough, I was also getting Living Decks for all 4 Gen 1 games.
Now,
Pretty big mistake if you ask me.
the attack still going on. A minor hit. The intense battle continues.
Intense?
The attack is still continuing.
Speed up.
It's still fantastic. The heated battle rages on. The attack still going on. Sparks are flying in this heated battle.
So I was grinding out the Pokemon presents to get to fill in the Living Decks for the starters, the evolutions.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, how many binds was that?
That's the weak spot. It's finally taken down.
And just
There's a difference in the
for
number of reserve
whenever I
Pokemon.
had a complete set of the Pokemon I needed,
Oh, it's blown.
the game just would not give me
The
new
remaining
ones
Pokemon count is 3-1.
for a while,
Battle has
especially
become
Eevee.
one-sided. What's next? A decent
Good gosh, getting Eevee.
hit. Savage
Because
attack.
per game you need at least 3 more for Living Decks.
Super effective.
I was also doing it glitchless, by the way, bar Mew, because that's the only way you get Mew, really.
What's this? The attack wasn't effective.
So, like,
There it goes.
to get another Pokemon present, you need to beat the Elite Four, and at the time, I was soloing the Elite Four with just Mewtwo, which is an experience and a half, because Mewtwo actually encounters problems with Bruno, of all trainers, and Lance. Like, the most deadly trainers from worst to least bad goes like Lance, Bruno, Lorelei, Agatha, and surprisingly, your rival is the least threatening. Solo Mewtwo. Like, grinding out the Pokemon got to the point to where what I ended up doing was, whenever I got a Pokemon of interest that I needed multiples of, I would, like, copy that save, put it somewhere else, label it as the save with a certain Pokemon, load up Stadium to get a new Pokemon, copy that save for a separate save, and I would do this for all the Pokemon I needed, and even that was tedious. because it just refused to give me Eevee. And then when I got all the Pokemon I needed, I would copy a save of a Pokemon I needed over to Stadium, over to my emulator, withdraw the Pokemon I needed, delete that save, copy another save, repeat until I got a full living dex. My gosh, did the whole process take forever. Because you need to do this minimum 8 times to get all the Pokemon you need.
Here comes the first
Good gosh, my whole Gen 1 playthrough is a huge story. But to put things shortly, do not do living decks for more than 1 game per generation. In fact, don't do living decks at all if you don't have patience. I figure for me, the best way to play is to just fill the decks any way I see fit. But the way I'll do it at the least is like, I'll have all the final evolutions of Pokemon in any way possible. Anything I use for my in-game playthrough, don't care, I don't need another one.
What a furious battle!
However, I do like the idea of...
Here's a Pokemon trick.
What?
Oh, it's venomous.
What? Huh? What was the point of Ditto then? What did you expect? Me to switch?
Taken down with 1 hit. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
AI phenomena number
Down to the last Pokemon.
20.
Ow, this one's ready to drop. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
Gosh, I have a lot of AI phenomena on queue.
There, it's a hit.
There's a couple AI phenomena I witnessed in Kaizo White 2. Not in my stream, but like my last playthrough. When I was going Team Rocket style. There's like an AI phenomena in like Pokemon Challenges Vintage White, where a Scraggy ice punched their own Espeon. What? Why did they use Ice Punch on their own Espeon? What is the reason? I can't think of anything.
Here's the second adversary. The challenger needs to stay calm to earn victory.
Or, no, not Scraggy, Scrafty, the evolution.
Ice Beam! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
I was talking about... The latter, I was talking about Vintage White.
From the word go.
Kaizo White 2, I have 2 AI phenomenas. Like, I have recorded footage of them.
How will the type difference
I could show them off. Probably not now, but when I get to that point.
How's that? No! This Pokemon looks wrong! Down! That didn't take much! There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Oh,
The way I want to play Pokemon?
The remaining Pokemon count
But yeah, I
3-1.
keep the final evolutions of stuff
The battle has become one-sided.
for like a light living dex.
What's the weak spot?
However, I do like the challenge of like, if the evolution is available in the wild, or like a baby Pokemon is available in the wild, then catch them whenever possible.
With one hit.
I do like that challenge. I'll do that at least.
The battle.
Especially if it like saves me the trouble of evolving the thing anyway. Like, do I really want to grind experience points on the thing when I can just catch it? So yeah, that checks out. Oh boy, it's the trainer that this old Game Facts guide warned me about. Where it's like, if you're using low 100 Mewtwo, beware this Juggler's Hypno. It is way too much to handle. Otherwise, use level 50 Pokemon. Because specifically level 100 makes it difficult to fight. Even though it really doesn't. Oh, this Juggler is also the trainer that crashes Stadium 1 if you play it on emulator. With, like, default plugins. Because he has the move Substitute. Substitute crashes the game. It shouldn't with my settings.
Here's the first move. A decent hit. What a furious battle. Now,
I don't have anything for Slowbro.
here's a Pokemon trick. Oh, it's Slowbro.
Wait, does it have Substitute?
How will this swap affect the
One of
outcome?
these trainers has Substitute.
Combatants face each other. What now?
Ooh, you have a Let's Play of this? I could use more Pokemon content to watch while I work on my spreadsheet.
Effective. The intense battle continues. They strike fighting poses. What's this? What's the weak spot? What'll it do? It didn't do much damage. There's a big difference in HP. Ice Beam! Yeah, it's a hit! Oh! Is it down and out? The next Pokemon is being pressed.
Anyway, thank goodness I did that playthrough of Radical Red the way I did. Where I went with that exact
How will the type
style of
difference
playthrough.
affect battle?
I mean, even if I still want to do complete living decks, you can't do that anyway.
There's the attack.
Because you don't have the box space for it. Even if you did not count forms,
It's mimicking the opponent.
like if you just had one of everything, not including forms, you still don't have room.
Now,
And even with my type of playthrough,
the target.
I barely had room
What now?
with the final forms of everything. Forms included. I barely had room to store everything.
Neither one is conceding an inch. How's that?
And it wasn't even the full Pokédex, because I was playing like 2.3. There is a later release 3.0, which basically adds the Sevii Islands, and basically allows you to complete the Pokédex. Except for like a couple things, such as like Mega Rayquaza.
The remaining
I mean, Mega
Pokemon
Rayquaza
have
is like a held item thing, so I guess it makes sense that you don't get it, but the AI does. Like, at least you can get Rayquaza, just not Mega Rayquaza. Still pains me that you can't get its held item for, like, item decks. Because I like doing item decks too.
combatants face
TM decks, berry decks, Well, I'm more interested in the berry decks and TM decks than item decks. I don't like having literally one of every item, just the important items, such as, like, held items.
The intense battle continues.
I have, like, no interesting shiny moments myself. Like, the first shiny I've ever encountered was Tentacool in Fire Red. At the time, I didn't care about it because it's a frickin' Tentacool, and I was a young bab. Okay, maybe not literally bab, but I was a young child. I didn't care about Tentacool. I was like, oh, okay, I guess things other than Pink Butterfree exist. I don't care about Tentacool, though.
The commands are issued. It's restoring HP.
Okay, let's count. How many times will the announcer say it's restoring HP?
Savage attack. Harsh blow. There's a big difference in HP.
Time to fish for a freeze. Anyway, shinies,
It's restoring HP.
second shiny I've ever found was in Unown in Heart Gold, as I was hunting for every Unown.
One still
Everyone has shiny Tentacool, don't they?
appears beat. It created a substitute. How's that? The substitute was used up. This matchup has become one-sided. It's restoring HP.
At least caught the Unown. Because at the time, I do know the value of shiny Pokemon.
The savage hit.
No major
There's
freakouts
a
or
big
anything.
difference in HP.
My third shiny
Now,
was a Zubat in Emerald.
restoring
I found it at
HP.
Shoal Cave, because, like, I do, like, go to Shoal Cave every day to get the shell salts and shoal shells to get shell bells,
Raring to go, but the opponent appears
because I like
beat.
doing the daily stuff.
It's restoring HP. How's that? Heavy damage.
But there was a tragic tale with that Zubat.
This matchup has become one-sided.
I did catch it, but
Combat
I didn't save the game. I forgot.
It's restoring HP.
Oh well, it's just a Zubat. Things common anyway.
Harsh blow.
For shiny standards, even.
There's a big difference in HP.
Because it's frickin' Zubat. Zubat's everywhere. You're gonna find a shiny one.
It's restoring HP.
If you don't use Repel, that is.
There it goes. Watch the weak spot. It's finally taken down. And there
Have I encountered any more shinies after that? I don't think I did. Barring ROM hacks. It's a shame. But good gosh, you gotta admit, shinies are, like, very valuable in past generations when you had basically no chance of finding anything. Whereas nowadays, it's like, here you go, handout, or like, hey, you wanna actually hunt for them? Well, here's your shot at a 1% rate. 1 in a 100 chance. Good luck. Like, I don't know, I just feel like in modern games, it's to the point to where you will find it, no matter what, no questions. It's so casual to find one. But in older generations, it's like, you're never gonna see these things, even if you did play casually. Like, even if you played through the games 10 times, no repels, you're not gonna find a shiny.
The next battle is versus Koga. the Fuchsia Gym Leader, and the Master of Poison Pokemon. Can the challenger do anything about the effects of poison? Vigorous attack. A savage hit. What will the trainer do now? Whoa!
That was way... Oh, wait. Butterfree was fighting Golem, not Dugtrio. Sorry, my bad. I was about to make fun of Venomoth for being, quote-unquote, a better Butterfree, because it did less damage than Butterfree, but then I remembered Butterfree was Mega Draining Golem. I found like 4 shiny Pokemons in Radical Red. I found Vespiquen, Swoobat, Audino. I can't remember the 4th one.
The intense battle continues. How's that? That's a good
I think I found it on like Route 13. No, Route 12.
There's a difference in the number of
What's
reserve
12?
Pokemon.
It's either 12 or 13. I found a shiny.
Oh, it's not. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
Like, I don't know, when I was finding shinies left and right in Radical Red, I was just convinced that they're not special. They're just not. You find them so casually. Like, it occurred to me the value of shiny Pokemon in older generations and whatnot. So it's like, when they just give them to you, even just casually, then it's like, are they even special anymore?
Wow! Going down! That's it! Stage clear!
Fun fact, shiny Pokemon does actually have an official term, but it's not shiny. The official term is just colored Pokemon. Where does that term come from? Pokémon Stadium 2. Also regarding Stadium 2, it's possible to have shiny eggs. So you can tell if your Pokemon's gonna hatch to be shiny or not. Now ain't that cool? I recommend watching that video by Tamahiro regarding shiny Pokemon in Gen 2. Pokemon of color. Why is a cue ball in Sabrina's gym? You know what's one big question I have with Sabrina? Why does she have Primeape in one of her teams of any of these games? Why? What's psychic about Primeape? Or what about Primeape is appealing to Sabrina's character? There's a lot of questionable Pokemon I have with named trainers.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, no, the gym leader should only have Pokemon of their type. I'm not gonna be that strict about them, but like, yeah, they should, because they're gym leaders of that type. It makes sense for them to make the best use of monotypes as possible. But as long as the Pokemon fits their character, I'm okay with them having it, even if it's not of their type at all. Or they can't even get moves of that type. It's just Sabrina with Primeape? Why? I don't get it. I get stuff like Brock having Vulpix, because he has it in the anime. Misty having Togepi, has it in the anime. I mean, those are obvious. Something that's less obvious, stuff that's less obvious is stuff like Roxanne having a Cacnea.
Wow! A savage hit! Wow! Take it down with one hit!
More like...
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokémon.
I know the games do this, but Flint having
the remaining
Ambipom, Lopunny, Drifloom. Drifloom, it's like hot air balloon. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Lopunny because you know what the devs were doing. Wait, he doesn't have Ambipom. He has like Steelix. Steelix because hot-tempered. Like, I know they were making up for the fact that the Sinnoh Dex and Diamond and Pearl had 2 fire types, but those were good additions because they actually made sense. And then for like, what's the guy's name? Volcaner having Ambipom. I'm not that sure about that. Like, I don't see the reasoning quite. I understand Octillery though, because Octillery lives by the ocean and Volcaner's gym is next to the ocean. Also, it can learn Zap Cannon and Charge Beam. So, you know what? I'm fine with that. Also, why is a burglar in Sabrina's gym? He should be in jail 5 times over. The psychics know what he did.
How will the gym's second opponent conduct battle? We'll need a strong effort to win. They strike fighting poses. Here's the first move. A decent hit.
Burgles your mind. Aliens.
Microphone. Miss the target. What a furious battle. What now? Nail the weak spot.
Okay, was there anyone in, like, Blue Kaizo that had oddballs?
Round 0.
I don't think there were.
Wow, that didn't take much.
The first Pokemon not of the gym leader's type you encounter is Porygon in Lieutenant Surge. And you know what? That makes sense. Because, you know, Porygon.
Oh,
Electric.
It has to make up for lost ground.
Not electric type, but it comes from computers. Makes sense. Also, he has a Porygon 2 in Stadium 2. Same reason, I imagine.
Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon show.
Koga has Mr. Mime, because invisible barriers.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's Vulpix. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
Giovanni, I don't really see as a gym leader. Like, he's supposed to be... Like, some people see him as a ground-type gym leader, but, like, come on, he's the leader of Team Rocket. He deserves to have a variety of Pokemon types. Gotta have that Persian, though. It's required that Giovanni has Persian. But, like, I see Giovanni in, like, modern games, and it's like, he has only ground-type Pokemon, and maybe one wild card. If it's not Persian, it's, like, Mewtwo.
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this.
Let's see.
What kind of battle can we expect to see?
Does anyone think that Falconer should strictly only have birds? Like, I know he's a flying type gym leader, but he specifically loves birds.
A psychic blast! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
So, like, him having an Emolga in Radical Red is like questionable to me, because Emolga's not a bird.
Oh, it's Golbat! This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. There's the attack. No, this Pokemon looks wrong. Why? Take it down with one hit. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
I don't get what that means.
Oh, it's Gengar. The remaining Pokemon count is
Bugsy
3-1. The battle
having
has
Dunsparce,
become one-sided.
because Dunsparce is snake-like and questionably a bug. It has bug-like qualities.
And there goes the battle!
Whitney having Nidoqueen, because I guess tits. Fun fact, in Japanese Stadium 1, or sorry, Pocket Monster Stadium 2, also Pocket Monster Stadium 1 does this also. When you send out Nidoqueen, it holds its tits. Three guesses as to why they changed that.
Sabrina, the Saffron gym leader, and the
Yeah, Falconer has a Zapdos in Stadium 2.
by psychic attack.
Like, begin round 2, you decided to go Gym Leader Castle first. It's the second trainer you fight, Falconer. Zapdos. He means business.
Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Oh, toxic! It opted to slowly damage the opponent.
Morty.
The intense battle continues.
Ghost types, what's that? There's only two in existence, Gengar and Misdreavus. What else do you give him? Murkrow. I think he has Murkrow.
Oh,
Stantler.
down and out. What will the next Pokemon be? Oh, it's Alakazam.
I forget what else he has.
They go into battle poses. Ah!
But because there's only two ghost types, Morty tends to have, like, things that could be considered spoopy.
What now? There, it's a hit.
Sabrina, what are you doing?
Furious battle.
Why do you have Psybeam?
They strike fighting poses. How's that? Good hit.
Chuck?
What's that? Yes,
Does he
it's a
even
hit.
have fighting types?
Neither one is
I love that.
completely
I love that thumbnail, or not thumbnail, but like, I love that video name of Pokemon Challenge's Crystal Kaizo thing, describing Chuck, and it's just like, does he even have any fighting types?
savage attack.
Because there really isn't any good ones,
That's a good
besides
hit.
like Machamp.
Oh, it's down.
But I can definitely see Chuck having like
There's a difference in the number of
bulky
reserve
Pokemon. They don't have to be fighting types. They just have to be bulky.
The remaining Pokemon count is
Like
3-1.
Electabuzz.
The battle has become one-sided. There it goes.
Also, Electabuzz does get Cross Chop, and so does Magmar. Bubble Beam?
What's this? Wow, that's an effective hit. It's finally taken
Never
down.
teach Bubble Beam on stuff that
What
learns
will the
Ice
next
Beam or Blizzard.
Pokemon be?
There's no reason to.
Combatants face each other. Oh, it does clear.
Unless you want a PP
The
stall.
remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The combatants are making sparks fly. Earthquake. Oh! Oh! Is it down and out? That's it! Stay clear!
Well, I should mention if they can learn Ice Beam or Blizzard and have Stab. I mean, some ROM hacks make Electivire Electric Fighting type. I think Raichu should be Electric Fighting type, personally. I mean, it is feisty. And plus, Raichu needs to be good. Like, Raichu's kind of mediocre. But yeah, you get my point. It's like gym leaders, like, if you, yeah, they should, like, in seriousness, have only Pokemon of their type because they're gym leaders of that type. But when they have stuff that isn't their type, look at, like, try to reflect upon their character to see why it makes sense. Or, like, look at the Pokemon, see how it complements them. Because for some types, depending on where in the game you fight them, the Pokemon could complement them more. You get my point.
Here comes the first opponent. An easy victory should be within reach.
I'm really excited for Platinum Kaizo. I am really curious what the trainers in Platinum Kaizo will have. Team Galactic and the Galactic Commanders, Cyrus,
Looks like a
the Gym
bad
Leaders,
Pokemon
the Elite
show.
Four, Cynthia.
Taken down on the word go.
Very, very curious. Emerald Kaizo was really amazing about it,
The word go.
and I imagine Platinum Kaizo will be even better.
Oh, it's hit on lead. This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon.
I don't know. But my question is, why do you have to be 8 specific trainers dubbed the gym leaders to go to the Pokemon League, where allegedly the best trainers in the world or in the region are there? And all you need to do to go there is to beat these 8 trainers, which you could easily exploit their weakness, because they only use one type.
There's the attack. Super effective.
Like, I get the gym leaders are, like, so ridiculously skilled that they could even combat their weaknesses. But, like, that's only for like a few of them, I feel like, per region. And let's also not forget the thing that's like, depending on how many badges you have, they have to like go easier on you, which just makes them more exploitable, if you ask me. I'll tell you what, Gen 4 isn't fucking around. I mean, Gardenia Roserade. Roserade's one of the best grass types. Maylene Lucario. Lucario's one of the best steel or fighting types. Fantina Miss Magius. Miss Magius is one of the best ghost types. All the gym leaders, except for Roark, uses the best Pokemon of that type. Except Candace, who uses Abomasnow. And I guess... what's his name? Roark's father? The Steel-type gym leader, he uses Bastiodon. I love Bastiodon!
The second adversary. The challenger needs to stay calm to earn
Unova's not really fucking around either. Well, okay, maybe it's kinda, cause like, you fight at most 3 Pokemon. Like, what the fuck? Gym 1 should be 2 Pokemon. 2 and 3 should be 3. 4 and 5 should be 4. 6 and 7 should be 5, and then 8 should just throw a full team at you. If not that, then just the first 2 is 2 Pokemon, the 3 and 4 is 3 Pokemon, and then like it maxes out at 5 Pokemon. Like, come on, you really need to test the trainer to their full abilities here.
They go into battle poses.
I'll tell you what, Kaizo does a damn good job of that. Good thing I didn't use double kick on Alakazam, am I right? Good thing I didn't use pin missile, otherwise counter would do 0 damage. Ooh, nice.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Up, here's the legendary Broenza. Everybody remembers getting walled by this thing. And specifically this Slowbro. No others. Legend says if you get past this thing, you auto-win the rest of the Gym Leader Castle apart from Lance's Dragonair. And I win. Okay, stream's over. Bye. And then I get walled by Blaine. Gosh, Josh had a hell of a time with Blaine. Let alone the Psychic. Okay, what's honestly better? The Elite Four being like, you're forced to go through them in a certain order and they get progressively higher level each time? Or like, you can fight them in any order and they're all the same level? Except the champion, of course. Like, I personally think them all being the same level is better. Because, like, why should there be a definite, this guy is better than the rest? I don't know about that, because, like, the idea here is endurance, So, like, them actually going more and more hard on you as it progresses makes the job easier for them to finish you off.
Two different types of Pokemon. Combatants face each other.
Yeah, this guy's strats is pretty nutty. Explode with 2 Pokemon, then his idea is he wants to go one-on-one or something.
What now? A decent hit. How will this swap
You
affect
are...
the outcome?
I want you to click Explosion.
They
I
strike
want you to click
fighting
Explosion. I know you do it.
opponents. Another Pokemon chain.
Or, wait, do they get to move? Do they get to move? They
Will this
don't get to
Pokemon
move.
swap change the flow of battle? It's a revolving door of Pokemon.
But yeah, like, if the Elite Four did scale despite you choosing them in any order, I feel like that
Miss the target.
makes them more difficult than it has any right to be, honestly.
They go into battle poses.
Because the idea is endurance.
Severe hit.
Really? That didn't kill?
Wow! It exploded. A savage hit. Wow! Going down. Wow! They're down. They're both down. The next Pokemon is being.
But you know, when the Elite Four was like, there's the weakest one and they get progressively higher and higher leveled, the level scaling is like brutal. Because like, in Gen 1 you have like, there's Giovanni, you fight him at like level 50, then your rival, let him go already.
Combatants are making.
Let go of my ego.
Perfect.
Yeah, I want onion rings.
It's burrowed underground.
Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what doesn't work in Gen 1?
Now, it improves its defense.
Golem Ball. I want it. I want one now.
What'll it do? That one hurt.
Really? Really?
Oh! Is it down and out? Both
Really?
combatants are down to their last Pokemon. Oh, it's done.
Seriously?
There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down to the wire. Earthquake. Super effective. Oh, it's down. And there
But yeah, it's like,
goes the battle.
you're right. Gym leader Giovanni is level 50. Your rival's level 53. You go to Victory Road, and the trainers are all like 40-ish, like mid 40s, low 40s, like low 40s if you're lucky. And all the wild Pokemon are like 30. And then you get to Lorelei, and she's level 56. Go up to the champion, level 65. Like, oh my gosh, that's a level jump. Like, I get what the devs were going for there. Like, they want to make sure the Elite Four are the most powerful trainers in the game. But good gosh. Level jump much? You'd be lucky to be level 50 yourself. They wanted you to train your Pokemon up good. But nah, I'll just throw my level 3 Weedle at Lance's Dragonite. It'll just spam Barrier over and over. We get to Gen 2, and Gen 2 does the same thing.
The leader of Cinnabar Gym is a fire Pokemon.
Like, Claire is level 40,
Lightly and you'll get burned.
but then Will is level 42, which is honestly, like, That's a decent curve. Then again, it is Gen 2. It has a horrible level curve. And honestly, Gen 2's Elite Four is way harder than Gen 1's. Despite this.
Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon
But
show.
like,
Taken
the
down
jump
on the
from level
first
42
go.
to 50
We might be in for a
is
one-sided
way
affair.
bigger than 56 to 65,
Oh, it's flipping.
if you think about it.
How will the type difference affect that?
Like, you know, when you're jumping up 2 levels at a time per E4 trainer, the jump is way bigger
Hit.
than if you're doing it at higher levels.
Ice beam. That one hurt.
Gen 3 is about as
Furious
difficult.
bounce. A strike
Steven is
fighting
gotta be the worst champion. His team's synergy is so bad.
severe hit.
Like, Special Aggron? What are you doing?
Savage attack.
Level 47 Dragonite, and then level 47 Dragonite again, and then his ace is, surprise, another Dragonite, but it's level 50.
Ah. Oh, it's Ruffle.
Gen
The
4,
Pokemon are
E4,
entirely
like,
different types.
I don't know, they all suffer the same problem, really. It's just that Gen 2's E4 has gotta be the worst, because the level jump, although from Gym 8 to E4 isn't that bad, the fact that they're so low leveled and they increase by 2 levels every time is a bigger jump
There's only one
than if you did it
Pokemon
at
left in
higher
the
levels.
Oh, it's Charizard. The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1.
You want to know one of the biggest problems with Gen 2 is?
What's that?
Kanto has more Johto Pokemon than Johto. Why?
There it goes. Oh, the attack.
Why did the devil love Kanto so much? Kanto has nothing in it. They just put Kanto in there for the sake of having Kanto.
Nail the weak spot.
They just forgot to give attention to the new Pokemon. That they added them so late.
Effective.
You mean to tell me that in Gen 1, I could have had a Houndour?
That's it. Stay clear.
Why do Gen 2 gym leaders have no Johto Pokemon? Let's see. You could have given Falconer Hoot Hoot instead of Pidgey. Not to. You're giving it an illegal evolution, you'll just fuck it, give it Noctowl. Bugsy, why do you have Metapod and Kakuna? Why don't you have Spinarak and Ladybug? Or Ledian and Ariados? Also, why does Team Rocket have Moltres? A grunt, no less? What is with Team Rocket grunts and Moltres? You get Moltres off of a Team Rocket grunt via Mew glitch, too. Well, anyway, like, what is wrong with you, Bugsy? Whitney,
Here's the first opponent of this gym
Like,
series.
you know how there's one Pokemon that exists that's like pink and cute, and the Pokedex specifically claims it is adorable by women all around the world.
Now,
It's made specifically for girl trainers such as lasses, which Whitney is basically an advanced lass. And it's almost like Whitney is a gym leader that adores pink, cute, girly Pokemon, normal types.
They strike fighting poses.
You want to explain why Whitney doesn't have a Snubble?
The attack wasn't effective.
Like, you want cute?
There's the attack.
Snubble or Teddiursa? You want a metronome user? Togetic.
There's a big difference in HP.
Like, Togepi and Togetic should have more reputation.
Face each other.
Why put it in the hands of a player who's barely gonna use Togepi or be patient enough to evolve it to Togetic? And even if they do, they're gonna realize it's so pathetic.
Wow, that's an effective hit. Oh, is it down and out?
Morty, why no Misdreavus?
Pokemon B.
She could be a fairy type gym leader, I could see that. But then she has Miltank.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. What's this?
No, my one weakness from Persian.
Ah! The bear hit.
Yeah, Gengar is better, but then he has Ghastly and two Haunters. Couldn't replace even one of those with Misdreavus.
Bumblebee. Perfect day. Oh!
Fairy Milk.
Which Pokemon
Milcieri, my
coming
beloved. That's where you come from. That's why you're a fairy type. That's why Alcremie's a fairy type.
out? They go
Playing full with the
into battle
lore.
mode. Oh, it's Lapras. How will the type difference affect that? Now. Oh, a horrible freak! Its defense is down. Microphone. There, it's a
Chuck.
hit. Wow.
What Gen 2 fighting types are there? Heracross?
There's only one
Ty-
Pokemon
Tyrogue?
left in reserve.
Hitmontop? No, gotta have Primeape and Poliwrath. I mean, Poliwrath I understand, at least Politoed
The remaining
exists.
Pokemon
So,
stock is 2-1.
Poliwrath is
The
justified.
tense battle continues.
But no Hitmontop?
What now? It's
No.
a light hit.
Literally anything else?
It can't make a move. The intense battle continues. The attack is still continuing. A minor hit.
And then Jasmine is like,
Neither one is conceding an inch. Combatants face each other.
Jasmine be like, oh cool, new type, Steel. How about two freaking Magnemites and fuck everybody else?
Fireworks are flying in this battle. The attack is still
Not even
continuing.
Magneton.
A light hit.
Could have given her
The
Fortress.
heated battle
Could have
rages
given
on.
her Scizor. Well, Bugsy would have Scizor, so no.
They strike fighting
Could have given her
poses.
Skarmory. Does any trainer have Skarmory?
Here's a light shot. It can't move again. What a furious battle.
Price is not right.
The attack still
He has
going on.
Seal, which isn't an ice type yet. Dugong,
It's a
which
light hit.
please stop having two of the same Pokemon in the family.
Flying in this heated match.
And then Piloswine, it's okay. But like, what? No Sneasel?
What's this?
No Delibird? I don't care if Delibird's trash. Use it.
Oh, it still can't move.
Wouldn't that be a bit too much for Falconer at that point of the game?
Now,
Like, what are you supposed to do against a Steel type that early? Unless you chose Cyndaquil, what are you supposed to do?
neither one is conceding an inch.
If you didn't choose Cyndaquil, Mareep would pretty much be mandatory. But if it's Crystal, good luck.
The attack still going on. A light hit.
Well, okay, yeah.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
And then Claire is like 3 Dragonairs. I'm gonna copy Lance. I'm following in Lance's footsteps. I'm gonna have 3 Dragonites myself. At least in the remake, they gave her Gyarados in place of one of those Dragonairs.
The heated battle rages on. The attack is still continuing.
Will has Slow Bro instead of Slow King. 2 Xoctus. Can't give him Espeon. Can't give him Girafarig. I mean, Girafarig sucks. But then again, he has Xoctu.
They go into battle poses. The attack is still continuing. There's a little damage. The intense
Koga is fine, honestly. He's technically a Kanto person.
What's that?
But still, he could have had, like, a Quillfish for variety. Quillfish does learn Explosion.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
Who will win? Fire Spin Band Uber?
What now?
Or LOL OU most common move? Okay, Blizzard's more common than Ice Beam, but still.
Fireworks are flying in this battle. The attack still going on. Here's a light shot. The heated battle rages on.
Bruno, he has a freaking Onix in League? Not even Steelix?
They strike fighting poses.
I did like what that image suggested for Bruno. Magcargo and Scizor. Like Magcargo to match the room, and Scizor because Scizor looks vaguely fighting type, but isn't. But I don't know, it just matches the theme of the room. No, he has Onix. And the 3 hit-ons. Karen... Well, Karen's fine, honestly. Like, Karen is like the epitome of trainers should just use their favorites, even if it like goes against regulations or something. Like yeah, she loves dark types, but like she also has her other interests like Gengar, Vileplume. Those are her favorites. Cause they just like, well, it's not her favorites cause she just likes them and she just uses them and she just finds a way to make them work. Like, she likes what the Pokemon she uses does. Like, people misinterpret it. Her lines of trainers should just use their favorites as, like, use them because you just like them, no matter what. Like, what the line actually means is, like, use what works best for you. Like, don't go with the mindset of, this Pokemon's the most powerful. Just go with the mindset of, like, this Pokemon actually does what I want really well. I don't know, like, you get what I mean. Anyway, this trainer... No, only use Pokemon with a BST of 600 or more, cause they're the most powerful Pokemon. They learn all the good moves. They're the only Pokemon that work when fighting anything.
Oh, and a rough Pokémon change. Oh, it's Magneton. Here's the first move.
I don't know, point is, realize what your Pokemon's capable of.
The intense battle
If you like them,
continues.
good. If you like them purely only because of their looks, then maybe don't use them for, like, if you happen to use them for fighting, good on you. If you can find out what makes them work, you're a really good trainer, honestly. It's just that they're not going to defeat literally everything, you know?
The trainer hasn't issued an order. Here's a Pokémon change.
Know your Pokemon's limits, and you'll be an ace trainer in no time. No, only use legendaries. Also, I hate you for using legendaries.
Change the flow of battle?
That's like the toxic people on Pokemon Showdown in a nutshell. They're legendary spammers themselves, but they themselves hate seeing legendary spam.
What will the next Pokémon be?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's two different types of people.
Oh, it's Hitmonchan! How will the type difference affect that? They strike fighting.
There's also the type of people that are like, why does everybody use the same Pokemon?
Or evasive.
It's so boring.
There's the
Well,
attack.
because they really work best for the format.
What a furious battle!
Like, it's not that they're definitively the best Pokemon. It's just that their typing, learn sets, just everything they do just happens to work the best for the
Neither one is conceding an
for the
inch.
common lineups.
Still improving its state. How's that? There, it's a hit. Oh, it's down.
And then you have Pokemon that are just actually the best.
There's a difference in the number of reserve
Like,
Pokémon.
there's Gen 1 with Mewtwo, which it makes sense. Mewtwo was created to be the best
The remaining
Pokemon.
Pokémon count is 3-1.
Gen
Battle has
2
become one-sided.
added more Ubers, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi. But actually, the best Pokemon is Snorlax, which is not an Uber for some reason.
Battle continues.
I don't know how Snorlax is not Uber. Snorlax is so good in OU that it just single-handedly destroys teams on its own, much like Tauros. Except even better than that.
Hits the target.
Even better than what Tauros wish it could do.
There's a big difference in HP.
How is Snorlax not Uber?
Made himself
It should be.
more evasive.
Does it not counter the Ubers?
Savage attack.
I don't think it does. I don't think any of the Ubers match up to Snorlax. I just don't think so.
There goes the battle.
How can it destroy Mewtwo, Mew, Celebi, Ho, and Lugia and not be Uber? I don't get it. No matter what Snorlax fights against, it's gonna win. Gen 3 has Latios and Latias. They're just distinctly better than everything, because the frickin' Soul do. Gen 4 doesn't really have anything. I guess it has Arceus.
Here's the third trainer
Garchomp?
battle with only the gym leader left
It's
after
Garchomp,
this.
right?
What kind of battle can we expect
If not
to
Arceus,
see?
it's gotta be Garchomp.
They strike fighting poses.
Good gosh, Garchomp is so scary to fight.
Oh, the
It's also
attack
busted
missed.
itself.
What will the trainer do The intense battle continues.
Gen 5 doesn't really have... Oh, Gen 5 has White Kyurem.
Miss the target.
But then again, Gen 5 introduced
It's a hit.
the ability to, like, hack abilities. So you can have stuff like Wonder Tomb or Sturdy Shedinja.
Whoa!
No Guard de-ups his speed.
Why? Take it down with one hit. What will the next Pokemon be?
Gen 6 has Talonflame.
Oh, it's Clefable.
Although Gen 6 was kind of the point to where everything started to get bounced for literally every Pokemon. I don't know how good Talonflame is actually, but everybody mentions Talonflame when they mention Gen 6 competitive. Because it's just that noteworthy. I'm also aware of how good it is. Kind of. I guess Gen 7 didn't really have anything, because, like, everything could get, like, Z moves. You could be really creative, like, Z... Like EV, Neum, Z... I don't know, Z moves was, like... Z moves was what balanced Gen 7, to make sure nothing was, like, super overpowered. Well, overpowered to the point to where it had to go... Oh wait, Gen 6 had Mega Rayquaza. I forgot about that. Gen 6 Mega Rayquaza was the first time they had to go anything goes. I guess Gen 7 remained that way. I don't know if Gen 7 still had Megas. What would that be? Oh, no wonder Giovanni had Tauros and Blue Kaizo. Well, I guess Giovanni is the type of trainer who would have his hands on the most powerful Pokemon. Especially Mewtwo. Z-Splash. I mean, Z-Splash is good. So is Z-Celebrate. And then we get to Gen 8. Gen 8 has Zacian. Zacian is comparable to Gen 1 Mewtwo. Like, it has insane base attack, as well as, like, no other stat that could be considered mediocre or even average. All of its stats are, like, really good. Attack is, like, Mega Rayquaza quality. And then it gets an ability that raises it even higher. Ooh, Z's Geomancy. Also, Giovanni. I forgot about that. Wait, Zacian crowned? Like, what do you do against it? Imposter Ditto?
What's that? Hit the weak spot.
Like, it's not enough that Zacian has an ability that raises its attack, in addition to it having insane attack in the first place, as well as everything else being not even way above average. But, like, it's Fairy Steel type, which is the best defensive type in the game. No, it's not the best defensive type. It's just the best type combination in general. Like, why is it Fairy Steel? Why is it not Fighting Steel? Why is Zamazenta Fighting Steel? Shields don't fight. Like, Zamazenta and Zacian should be swapped, I feel. It'd be better balanced that way. Like,
The remaining Pokemon count is
a good
3 to
reason
1.
Zamazenta should be Fairy Steel is because Fairy and Steel are immune to Eternatus's 2 types, Poison and Dragon. It makes sense. And Zacian should be fighting Steel because it's literally a sword-wielding dog.
The intense battle continues.
I don't understand.
Big miss. Nail the weak spot. It's finally
Okay,
taken down.
you know what I mean. I guess shield bashing is a thing.
What will the next
I guess I wasn't thinking
Pokemon
of
be?
Link.
They go into battle poses. Oh, it's Alakazam! The remaining Pokemon stock is 2 to 1. The combatants are making sparks fly. There's the attack. Severe hit.
Still, you get what I mean. When you think of shield, you don't really think of it as
Neither one is
fighting.
conceding an inch.
like you don't like not a weapon. Like shields are not weapons.
Oh, nothing but air. Vigorous attack. A savage hit. What a furious battle.
But yeah, there's the typing Zacian has, its insane stats and ability, and then its moveset, its common set, which I think is Wild Charge, Play Rough, and Behemoth Blade, and then just another fourth move, the Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance and those 3 moves make it the objective best Pokemon in the entire Gen 8. Somehow, only it's anything goes. Like Mega Rayquaza isn't anything go. Like is Mega Rayquaza anything goes in Gen 8? Maybe, I don't know. Oh boy, it's Venustoice's ghost. Rip Venustoice. Why is there a Venusaur there? No. To this day, I've still never used Pokemon Showdown. I want to. Like, I'd like to battle with friends. Then again, I also want to battle with friends on the actual games, such as Pokemon Stadium. Could set up, like, net play and whatnot. Pokemon Stadium would be a treat, because the animations and the announcer. So now that I'm at the Elite Four,
Challenger now faces the Elite Four.
I really
Opponent is Lorelei.
don't really have much of a story with Pokemon Stadium. Like, we all have our fair share of, like, we all get
Now,
trolled by Lieutenant Surge's Raichu and Pikachu. We get walled by Broenza. And then, if we're using rentals, when we get to Elite Four,
physical.
oh boy, the Elite Four becomes pretty much impossible. And that's when we realize that we really should be using Pokemon from our games, if we even have the transfer pack.
Down and out.
We think to ourselves, it would be nice if we could use our own Pokemon instead of these shitty rentals.
Oh, it's Articuno. How will the type difference affect that?
The only interesting thing I have to say about my experience is that, like, I already said my case with, like, grinding Pokemon for living dex, but, like, physically wise, I have 2 copies of Pokemon Stadium, but one of them is my big brother's copy, and one of them is my copy. I no longer have them, unfortunately. I didn't really get that far in them. Like, I think on physical cartridge, I think I've beaten the game round 1 and 2 one time. I was using my copy of blue, or was it yellow? And my Vaporeon was kicking ass. Vaporeon is so strong. I've always underestimated Vaporeon. I always thought of Lapras as a better Vaporeon, because it has better stats. It has, in argue, a kind of better type, at least I thought. It has a better... I don't know, I just thought anything Vaporeon could do, Lapras could do better. And more. Because it gets freaking Thunderbolt for some reason, and Psychic. And Solar Beam? Yeah, it is possible to beat this game with just rentals. Worcester did several speedruns of Stadium 1 and 2 with just rentals. Oh boy, round 2 gets so crazy.
There it goes. That's the weak spot. Down. That didn't take much. And there goes the battle.
So yeah, Lorelei for solo Mewtwo. The problem is her Jinx, I think. Or is it Jinx? Like, actually, what is the problem with Lorelei? Does she have one? I guess the problem is just the Jinx. Because it puts you to sleep, and then it whittles you down with Ice Beam and whatnot. Like, I don't know, if Mewtwo gets frozen, it's over. Because, you know, you're soloing Mewtwo. And in Gen 1, you can't fly out. Unless you get hit by a fire move. Which Lorelei does not have. If Lorelei sends out Articuno, it's a free win. Because Articuno loves to use Toxic for some reason. Bruno here, although his team doesn't look threatening at all, I mean, he has 3 rock ground types. Those rock ground types, guess what? They're the most threatening thing to Mewtwo. Golem has Explosion, which has a chance to crit, and Mewtwo does not one-shot. It doesn't one-shot Rhydon either, and Rhydon has Body Slam, which paralyzes Mewtwo, and then Horn Drill or Fissure. So, yeah, that ends the run.
The next adversary is Bruno. He is one rugged opponent. A Psychic Blast! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Did you ever hear from, like, Sinister Hooded Figure that or not Sinister Hooded Figure, but, like, Sinister Hooded Figure says that according to Worcester, Bruno in round 2 in Stadium 2 is the scariest battle in the game. Bruno! We always see Bruno as so underwhelming. And yet his power is no joke. Or wait, no, it's not power, it's luck hacks. We all know the luck hacks items: Bright Powder, Focus Band, Quick Claw. And then here it's like Body Slam, Horn Drill, Explosion Crit. But even ignoring that, his power is no joke. and we always see him as underwhelming.
Down! That didn't take much!
Like I said, scariest fight in the entire game.
The battle!
The most annoying fight in the whole game in Stadium 2, I will always consider to be... Is it Floria or Gloria? Like, it's the female cool trainer in Prime Cup of Stadium 2. In round 2, she has Hypnosis Rapidash. Good luck fighting that with rentals. I honestly don't know. I honestly can't remember his complete the game speedrun that much. I don't know what he lost a ton of time to. I do know he has, like, weird notes about Agatha. Like, his notes for Agatha in round 2 is, like, if you send out this and she sends out Venusaur, she will switch to this Pokemon. But specifically, if she also has this Pokemon. I don't know, his notes about Agatha is weird. Regarding her, like, Switch AI. Yeah, Hypnosis Rapidash. Fun.
Another daunting foe. What strategy
She's
will work
also
against
an
this
asshole
wily lady?
about the battle, too. Like, when she puts you to sleep, or when she wins the fight. I don't know, cool trainers are assholes.
They strike fighting poses.
Okay, Agatha
Vigorous attack.
in the Mewtwo solo
Special stat
is honestly not very threatening. She's not the least threatening, but she can pose a threat.
Special stat
Specifically with Muck of all things.
furious battle. Now, here's a Pokemon thing. Oh, it's Arbok.
Oh, Arbok can also pose a threat too, because it has Fissure too. It has Glare and Fissure.
Lightning Flash.
Why? Why can Arbok... Ekans? Why can Ekans get Earthquake?
Rock change the
And
power
Rock
of
Slide?
battle? Another Pokemon chain.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's Haunter. How's that? Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Wow, take him down with one hit. What will the next
Oh, AI
Pokemon
phenomena.
be? Here's a Pokemon chain. Wow, this one's ready to drop.
Let me just
How
spam
will the
my
type
win
difference
button.
affect that? Savage attack. No, this Pokemon looks wrong. Oh, is it
Wrong,
down and
more
out?
like wronged.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. We're down to the last Pokemon. This one's already taken serious damage. It's worrisome.
Ooh, there's a new
Pokemon
line.
count is 3-1. Super effective. Oh, it's down.
You ever see Arbok's different patterns? It has like 3 interesting patterns in like the manga or something. It has like a speed pattern, an attack pattern, and an invincibility pattern. Why can't we get those? Those phases are amazing. What a surprise, he doesn't actually have a Dragonite. He does, however, have this horrible Dragonair, which loves to use Thunder Wave and then Wrap. And Mewtwo suffers horribly from that. His Lapras also opposes a major problem Mewtwo as well, because Lapras loves to use Thunderbolt or Body Slam. No, I don't think it has Body Slam. I think it has just Thunderbolt. But it does have, like, Confuse Ray, which we all know, we all love confusion.
We're coming down to the end. Here's Lance.
Something I noticed about Lance's Lapras for some reason, like, it does use Ice Beam, but for some strange reason... No, I think it has Blitz. I can't remember what this Lapras has, but for some odd reason, he'll go for Thunderbolt for no reason other than to try to paralyze you.
They strike fighting poses.
So then his Dragonair can use Wrap. That's what I've learned from Lance's Lapras. Yeah, that's Blizzard. It will, like on Mewtwo, instead of going for Blizzard sometimes, it will go for Thunderbolt. Just to paralyze you. I think that's what... Gen 3 has a similar thing. Gen 3 has a similar AI called Risk AI, which means that they will, for no other reason other than the chance of, like, paralyzing you or getting a critical hit, use moves for that specific reason. Or sometimes no reason explosion. Risk AI is fun to fight. It is deadly.
There's a difference in the number of preserved Pokémon. Oh, it's Charizard! The remaining Pokémon...
They don't care if they have better damaging moves, unless the move in question gets a kill. They will use weaker moves specifically to paralyze you, to burn you, to poison you, any of the secondary effects, including critting.
What now? Nail the weak spot.
Yeah, it is meant to simulate, like, prediction or, like... It simulates prediction or simulates, like... risky play just to get things in their favor. Because optimally, it is the best play, honestly. Paralyzing in Gen 1 is powerful. You do not want to get paralyzed. Especially Tauros. Tauros hates paralysis. It loses that speed. It's so easy to take down. So here's an interesting thing about the rival here. Depending on if you use rentals or if you're using a game, he'll use a different team. In the case of Yellow version, he actually has the team reflecting his in-game team. If I was using red, blue, yellow, he would have a team similar to those. If I'm using only rentals, however, then he has a way different team, including stuff like Clefable. Oh boy, do we love fighting Clefable. Clefable, when you're using rentals, is seriously one of the most difficult Pokemon to take down for some reason. Okay, so because this guy has a balanced team, I don't know what to use for this. This is a fight I can see myself losing easily if I don't make the right choice. Well, we know... Okay, definitely Alakazam, or trade Lemafo. Yeah, boy is only good against Cloyster. Lapras is good against 3 of his things. Reggie Soccer is good against 3 of his things. Okay, I think I see the optimal team. But what do I want to lead with? What does he usually lead with? I guess I'll do Trade Lemafo as my wild card. I'm just scared of his own Alakazam. No, I shouldn't send out that first, because what if I want to switch to the other two? Okay, which should I use first? Reggie Soccer or Lapras? I will leave it to chat. Asking again. Chat, what should I lead with? Reggie Soccer or Lapras? I'm definitely using Trade Lemafo, but I'm not leading with it. One of these two I lead with, I have a 50% chance of it being a good matchup. Trade Lemafo is my wild card, but if he sends out Alakazam, then I'm in a bad position. Reggie Soccer. If I lose, I blame your coin.
This is truly it, the final battle against the rival. This is the final act in a long and arduous quest in the Gym Leader Castle. Now. Oh, an abrupt Pokémon change. Oh, it's Alakazam!
So even if I led with Lapras,
move.
I would be in the same kind of position.
A decent hit.
Good thing you have Surf and not Clamp. Or would you use? Or did you use Surf because he saw the kill?
They go into battle poses.
But think Cloyster has kinda mediocre special.
A savage hit.
Uh-oh.
A massive explosion. Major damage.
Probably should have used Reflect.
Wow. Going down. Wow, they're down.
Do me a favor and flip that coin again, because we're in a similar position. Flip the coin again. What do I lead with? What do I send out?
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
What's the matter, trainer?
What's the matter, trainer? The trainer hasn't issued an order.
I'll give it 10 more seconds and I'll choose myself. I want to use Lapras. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm using Lapras. Right when you said it.
Oh, it's Lapras. Oh, it's Alakazam. This is a fight between two different types of Pokémon. They strike fighting poses. What's next? The special stat is down.
Screw you.
Flash up confused way. It's confused. What a furious battle.
Hit yourself, please.
Here's a Pokemon thing.
Hit yourself.
What's this? Severe hit.
Ooh, that actually did less than
Will
half. I'm
this
surprised.
Pokemon swap change the flow of battle? The commands are issued. It shook off its
Confusion sucks in Gen 1. It only works on me.
Earthquake. Heavy damage. Neither one is conceding an inch.
Okay, Lapras has to carry.
There, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out? There's only one Pokemon left in reserve. We're down to the last Pokemon. It's one Pokemon against two now. The 10th battle continues.
No crit, no spef drop.
Special
Fuck
stat
you.
is down.
Okay, Lapras, paralysis hacks time.
Body slam. That's a good hit.
Or maybe go first. And
It's down.
come on, I want you to send out Arcanine. I'm gonna Hydro Pump, and it's gonna crit, and we're gonna be golden.
Pokemon. Oh, it's Jolteon. There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down to the wire.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna crit Hydro Pump. It's gonna somehow not kill me. Nope.
Wow! Going down.
Okay. Time to redo that.
And there goes the battle.
Because unlike in tournaments, if you ever lose, you go all the way back to the beginning of the 4 fights. Can I re-enter at this gym, not the other 5? Okay, let's try that again. We're speeding up. Oh. Even with speed up, when I was soloing Mewtwo, each Pokemon present took 5 to 8 minutes. It was bad. Yikes, that's special. So you're doing a similar thing I was doing with my VMU files and all my other files that I have, such as pictures and other research notes. Good luck. Please use Golem. You're not an idiot. You're not going to use 3 rock ground types. It crashed. I wish I did that not in speed up. Because that was amazing. I'm loving the sped up announcer. It's basically all I'm hearing. He's saying it like he's over-exaggerating it. And there goes the battle! Sigh. Exactly 1/3. You're dead to 1 thunder because your special sucks. Oh right, you're Lesser Tauros. You're Tauros, but you're slightly weaker, less speedy, and your special's horrible, but you have way more HP and defense. Thunder went so fast it missed. So, but for the record, when I get to Rival again, I can't save state. If I save state, then the game will act like I yanked my transfer pack. And then we'll have technical issues. Okay, so what did we learn from this fight? If he sends out Cloyster, and I have Alakazam out, then I need to set up a Reflect. But the question is, should I use Alakazam at all? He is a good wild card, but I do have Pokemon that counter specific other Pokemon. I guess Snorlax is also a good wild card, because it's frickin' Snorlax he owns in this movie. What would Snorlax be good against that Alakazam doesn't get the job quite? I guess Snorlax is good against more Pokemon than Alakazam is. I'll try using Snorlax this time, but should I lead with Lapras this time? But wait, if I use Snorlax instead of Alakazam, what do I have for Cloyster? Like, here's the thing. If I don't use Alakazam, my concern is Cloyster. If I don't use Snorlax, my concern is Alakazam. Charizard, definitely not. Yeah, Boy is only good against Cloyster. So it's really between Alakazam and Snorlax. Like, I could use both of them. Could. But then... Actually, I could use Alakazam and Snorlax. I could leave Regisacker out. Like, I guess... Okay, we definitely want Lapras. I'll lead Lapras this time. Okay, Lapras is good against Arc 3 of his Pokemon. I'll try leaving Regisacker out. Honestly, Regisacker's only good against 2 of his Pokemon. Wait, no, Regisacker's good against Alakazam. Like, you saw it surviving a Psychic. And it doing a good amount of damage back. It's just that I can't just send it in as I see the Alakazam. Because its cry is literally the same as Rhyhorn's. Literally no difference. I'm making fun of it. Okay. We're gonna lead with Lapras. 50% chance we're in a good position here. And we're gonna have the 2 wild cards to deal with the other 3, which would be Cloyster, Alakazam, and Jolteon. Let's reconfirm. Lapras, trade, and sleep. Let's go.
This is truly it. The final battle against the rival. This is the final act in a long and arduous quest.
At least it's not Cloyster. If I'm gonna get paralyzed, I'd rather Pokemon Sleep get paralyzed.
Oh, and a rough Pokemon change. Oh, it's Snorlax. Get you Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed. Are they testing each other's strength?
No matter what he does, he's in danger of getting paralyzed.
A decent hit. It's paralyzed on the
Come on.
The intense battle continues. What's that? Good hit.
Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that damage output.
There's the attack. Major damage. What a furious battle.
Last chance, Snorlax.
What's this? There, it's a hit.
That could be a damage range, but it doesn't matter.
Body slam.
And then we get the Stadium 1 miss.
Oh, is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be? Oh, it's Executor. It has to make up for lost ground. How will the type difference...
At this point, Snorlax can't... Oh, wait, I have Rest.
A Psychic Blast.
Never mind.
Oh, it's down. Which Pokemon is coming out?
Okay, this Executor is a piece of shit, because it has Leech Seed and Toxic, which in Gen 1, if you get Toxic and then Leech Seeded, Leech Seed also increments the Toxic counter as well as damaging you based on Toxic. So if you get Toxic, do not get Leech Seeded by this thing, or you will suffer tremendous damage.
Neither Neither one is conceding an inch.
I like how this is a thing, and yet the metagame never does this. Ever. Because, you know, you switch so often. So, like, poisoning is a bad thing. Leech Seed does nothing. Okay, we win.
The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1.
I was tempted to Hydro Pump there because I wasn't confident Ice Beam would one-shot, but then again, we're at full health.
Wow, that's an effective hit. Down! That didn't take much. Congratulations! You cleared the Gym Leader Castle!
Should have been 6v6, honestly. Like, honestly, should Gym Leader Castle should have been 6v6s? Because they're not going by the stadium format rules. I honestly would not mind that. Have full team battles all the way through. Because it, you know, it's a shame that we get some trainers with some noteworthy Pokemon, and then they just don't use them. Sure, the battles would be lengthy, but I think there's more strategy to, like, planning out your team rather than just using 3 Pokemon out of the 6 you brung. Sure, that makes battles flexible, but just saying, we could have used variety. We have the 3v3s out of the 6 Pokemon via the Prime Cup and Poke Cup and every other cup. Awful. Because if you look at my stream title, I'm going through this with only level up moves. And also, I have plans for round 2. I'll discuss as we listen to Mewtwo's music here, because I think it's a really great theme. And we get this background too. For round 2, I plan to, like, I'm thinking of, like, doing it all in one go. But if that turns out too long, then I'll split it into 2 parts. Because honestly, at the rate I'm going through these games, Stadium, Yellow Kaizo, and Kaizo White 2, I feel like I'm going too slow with them, and I kind of want to move on to other interesting things. Such as, like, a Sonic marathon, or, like, other game marathons. Is what all on the N64? Like, Yellow Kaizo is Game Boy Color, and White 2 Kaizo is DS. They're both ROM hacks. That make the game, like, tremendously harder. And White 2 Kaizo sucks so badly. Yellow Kaizo's at least fun. So far. Also, earlier this stream, I showed Stadium Kaizo. But yeah, like, do you think... So, I have 2 options for speeding up the games I play. Should I do round 2 in 1 or 2 streams? 2 lengthy streams? Or should I try to schedule streams more often, like do 2 streams a week? If I do 2 streams a week, that is less... that is more to prepare for in advance. And I have less time to do other things. But if I do round 2 all in 1 or 2 streams, we get through this game a lot faster. And I practice doing super long streams again. Because honestly, I'm running out of subjects to talk about, and I don't have a lot going on for me. My vote goes towards the lengthy stream. "1v1 Mewtwo, let's go." No. The lengthy stream could be like similarly to my long play of Mario 64, where I don't really focus on talking. I do talk about the game wherever interesting. But like, it would basically be a long play. A long play of round 2. Also, for round 2, because like I've been having a rather easy time, but then again we have the rival fight, I'm thinking of reducing my Pokemon stats. Not their stat experience, but like their DVs. I've been thinking of like reducing their DVs to like not perfect, but like mediocre DVs to reflect something to show that it's like casually possible. Like maybe I could reduce it to like all 8s or all 7s or something like that. Because all my Pokemon have perfect 15 DVs and max stat experience. I'll be sure to talk about this in Discord as well. And also I'll be fixing my Charizard having an illegal smokescreen. Okay, anyway, Mewtwo. Yeah, and then we have Stadium Kaizo, which is even worse. But thankfully, Stadium Kaizo actually gives you good rentals. Okay. Probably want to paralyze it first thing. Okay, let's go. Fun fact, the first time I've heard of Stadium Kaizo was the Mewtwo fight. Like, I was talking in Discord, like, what if there was a ROM hack where the Mewtwo fight actually had more than one Pokemon? And someone responded, yeah, that actually exists in Pokemon Stadium Kaizo. I mean, let's be real, like, Mewtwo by himself is too easy. Just paralyze him in Horn Drill. Easy. Fun fact, Mewtwo in round 2 has perfect stats. And Amnesia. Mewtwo in round 1 is kind of easy. But I'm only using level up moves, so we'll see. I also like how there's no announcer here. Blue Kaizoing it up, baby! Unlike Blue Kaizo, that did not miss. Alright. That's round 1. That took a long time to get done. And that kind of length is exactly why I was thinking of speeding up streams. Or speeding up the playthrough of this game. I don't want to keep this a secret anymore, but like, I also want to play through Pocket Monster Stadium 1 and Pocket Monster Stadium 2. Pocket Monster Stadium 1 is more obvious than Pocket Monster Stadium 2, because it's basically Pokemon Stadium 0. It has different cups. It's just generally interesting from Pokemon Stadium 1. I don't know how I'll go through that yet, but like, that won't... The game itself is like very, very short. The worst speedrun of it is only 2 hours, so I suspect if I play through that, it will take about 3 hours, so that it'll be a single stream moment. Pocket Monster Stadium 2, however, which is this game but Japanese, actually has unique content. It has 2 additional cups, which are based from Pocket Monster Stadium 1, but they're still different. These different cups are the 97 Cup, the 98 Cup, and the 99 Cup, based off of official Nintendo tournaments. The 97... Like, do I have info about these? Let me see. Where is it? Okay, the 97 Cup is basically Poke Cup of this game. But in like the 97 Cup is the same as Pika Cup basically, but there's only one division. The 98 Cup is levels up to 30, but only 42 Pokemon can be used, which are the Pokemon that were featured in Pocket Monster Stadium 1. And 99 Cup is... think of 99 Cup as basically an early days underused tournament. So, like, you can't use Pokemon that are considered OU of 1999. Pocket Monster Stadium 1 has similar cups, but they're still different. I imagine going through each would only take about, like, one stream. Also, ain't this cool? Round 2 is nighttime, round 1 is daytime. And fun fact about round 2, if you choose Battle Now while in here, you get evolved Pokemon. Like, look at that. If I did this in round 1, they would be unevolved stuff. Let me exit. Oh, that's what this is from? That's what this specific iteration of Poke Cup's Stadium is from? Like, you know, the one without the roof. If you go in Poke Cup, it has a roof. I was wondering where that iteration was from. I have no idea what event battle is. Does anyone know? Because I sure don't. What do we have in Victory Palace so far? Bulbasaur, Charizard. I still love how the Pokemon featured here are actually your Pokemon. Roar. So, like, where's a Pokemon that's obviously not its original colors? Like, is Ghastly? I kinda can't tell. Wait, I used Gengar? When did I use Gengar? Oh, right, I used Gengar in Pika Cup. Yep, there's Lapras. This should be Yeah Boy. Pokemon Sleep. Oh, you can view the details. Oh. I never knew that. That's so interesting. But wait, can you view more than one Pokemon this way? Like, I definitely used more than one Charizard. Doesn't look like I can. Do I have the control stick set up? If anyone's still around, I could do Kids Club. Let me check if I have the control stick set up. I guess. It'd be the same as, like, the Hall of Fame. That's not my controller settings. That's my control stick? Sure, why not? Shouldn't take long. Let's end it off with Kids Club. Much like Josh's streams. I'm gonna practice first, before I do Who's the Best. But specifically, I want to practice Ekans' Who Pearl. Because it uses both D-pad and control stick. I'm not sure how that's gonna go on keyboard. Yeah, about what I expected. Ooh, I almost got that one. Hey, I actually got a short one. Surprising on keyboard, isn't it? But can I get any of the middle ones? I probably could have gotten that one. Ooh. Come on, get that one. No. Actually surprising I won that. What? Let alone got 9 points. Let's practice a different game. What else to practice? What are these controls? Oh boy, control stick to move. And I have the control stick set to my numpad. Oh no. Well, sure, let's get some practices in. Numpad, control stick, go. Oh no. I might have to rebind my keys. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna rebind my keys. What even is the guy saying? Oh my god, that green got me. God, that's good. Okay, I'm definitely rebinding the keys after that. Because I kind of just did this brain dead. Because I have 8 as up, 4 is left, 2 is down, and 6 is, yeah. Let's rebind that. 5 is up, 1 is left, right is 3, down is still 2. Okay, let's see if that's any better. I'm still disoriented by movement being on the left. Oh my god. Come on, give me another. Right as the thing spawned. Stop spawning things right as I'm eating another thing. Oh, normal difficulty? Is there a different control scheme I can do that isn't controlling on my right hand? I don't get how some people can play with arrow keys as movement and A and B as jump and stuff. Like, control stick, movement should never be on your right hand. It should always be on the left. Okay, I'll try setting this to T, F, G, F, G, H. See if that's any better. Let's practice a button masher. Button mashing on keyboard. Yeah, I'd say that's about confident. Let's try to unlock super hard mode. We need to set it to hard, and we need to set this to 5 wins. And we need to win every single time. If we lose even once, it's over. And we already lost. Okay, ready to hear the best sound effect in the game? Ready to hear the best sound effect? Here it comes. Restart. Easy. Easy. Not used to keyboard. Oh, does that even count? It just says I need to win 5 times in a row. See, if I was using a controller, I'd be way better at that. Also, I am cold. Up, easy win. Auto win. Although green is bypassing me. Just don't pick Snore War. Or Lick a Tongue. No. This is my redemption. Oh my gosh, I was so close. Right at the end. Okay, last try. If we don't get it this time, I'm ending the stream. No, I won't end the stream. I'll at least play the games we haven't played. And then I'll end the stream. Alternating button masher. Mario Party Advance has practiced me! Thank you, Mario Party Advance. They know. Who picked this? Red? Who picked it? We're having words. This is the worst minigame. You have to time it before it hits the red needle, by the way. And it has to be flashing. I was so close. Again. Always at the end that it just... It's just impossible to time that when it gets that fast. Okay, we're quitting this, but we're gonna play the minigames we haven't played. Okay, we have... Okay. We only haven't played 3. I don't feel like memory right now. Especially since, like, I'm... Let's just do Clefairy Says last. Maybe I could get more practice by doing hard. And there's... I don't know if there's that much of a delay. Like, I feel like everything's kind of instant. Like, it seems like maybe there's like a 1 to 3 frame delay. I really don't notice it that much, honestly. If there is a delay, it's probably like a frame or 2. I do know that in the Pendulum one, you have to time it right before the red needle. Because if you don't hit A on the red needle, you lose a point. And if you mistime it, then you also lose a point. So if you mistime it, you lose 2 points. Yeah, button masher. Memory game. And don't cheat. I'm blocking chat. Whoa, that was... Whoa. Fab. Fee. P P P P P P. F9 Game Boy. I hope it's up. I'll only get 1 penalty. Yeah, it's down. Still in it? For the rec, I didn't remember the whole thing. I just remember the last bit. It's just that I developed muscle memory. I guess that's also a good way to develop a memory for long sequences. It's just a muscle memory. I guess that's what helps allow us to remember long sequences like this. I kind of feel like playing The Beat Goes On from Mario Party 3 now and just go baza 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 buzz. Oh. It crashed! Playing Clefairy Says crashes Paper Mario. But I want to show just one last thing. Just one more thing. And that is just Professor Oak's lab. There's a fun fact about these gift Pokemon. They actually have random DVs. So that's good to know. I'm not going to take the Kabuto, though. I already have a Living Dex. I kind of just want to show my collection in all 4 games. There's my team, and I have all the species. All 4 OTs of Ultima. I guess you can just take my word for it that I have a Living Dex in all 4 games. But this is what I have in yellow version. There's also the Pokemon I'm using for 3 generations. But by the way, did you know that you can use items on your Pokemon even while they're in the PC? You can teach them TMs, you can use rare candies on them. You can even watch them evolve. They get new moves, and this is how I found out that Mewtwo can actually... this is how I found out that, like, Mewtwo can learn Payday this way, even though it can't learn Payday in yellow version. Whoa, wait a minute. Bulbasaur's not evolving? I guess it only evolves in Gen 2. Like, in Stadium 2, it evolves when you use Rare Candy. I know that. No, I'm not gonna save. You know what feature I do miss in this game and not Stadium 2 is this feature, the boxes. Because, like, you can actually look at a box in, like, a grid-like fashion here. I mean, look at that. Isn't that amazing? You can even look at them in detail. It's like Gen 3 style box before Gen 3. It's amazing. Why did Gen 2 remove this? And you can just move entire boxes or reorder them. Like, why don't we have that in Stadium 2? Now, Stadium 1's storage is kind of bad, like the Stadium storage, because it's actually tied to your OT and not Stadium itself. So, like, if you want to transfer items over this way, you can't do that. Let me demonstrate that. I will move a full heal over to a Stadium box. One full heal. And then I will switch over. Let's say blue version. See? No full heal. It's bound to OT. In Stadium 2, it's not the case. You can transfer items this way, because it's not bound to OT. And that's why I don't use Stadium 1 for storage. It kind of sucks. Also, I read, like, I heard somewhere where, like, if you put Mew in Stadium storage, then it kind of fucks up the game. I didn't try this, and I'm not too sure about it, but I kind of don't believe it, honestly. Because it sounds ridiculous. Oh boy, only Jinx in my blue party. Oh boy. You ever witnessed trading? Like, you ever witness trading in these... in Stadium? I guess I'll show off one. Can I trade with only one Pokemon in this game? Let's find out. Because that's something you're not normally able to do. You can even trade Pokemon that are already in boxes this way, too. Which is something you're not normally able to do until, like, Gen 5. If you've never seen the animation for this, there you have it. And then they disregard the trade. Can you evolve Pokemon this way? Let's find out. Because I already established you don't save. Okay, what's a trade Pokemon? Okay, let's trade Graveler. Oh! Unhandled R40... Oh, okay. Fatal error? Abort! Let's try that again. Stadium 2 was fine. I want to do this because I've never personally seen it myself. I've never used this in Stadium 1, I used it in Gen 2. Let's try again. Living Deck's ruined. Look at that! It can evolve! I was mashing B there, by the way. You can't cancel that. Quit without saving. If you've never seen that, there you go. And finally, the Pokedex, if none of you ever seen that. No, not the gift Pokemon. A feature I love about this Pokedex, it actually... like, look at there. You have the scene, you have the own, and you have the caught. I think the caught is like... you've caught it at one point, and then the own is like you actually own the species. Where's that feature in the later generations? I missed that. Like, that would actually complement Living Dex. Like, why can't we have more than seen and caught? Like, huh? Huh? I love rotating the Pokemon as the music plays. It's just somehow hilarious to me. Especially during the part that's coming up. And before we end... even more things to show. Before we end off. Like, I want to show that, like, in round 2... you actually get access to a certain Pokemon. Wait. What? Do you not... is it in Prime Cup? Is it Prime Cup that you get access to it? Definitely not Poke Cup. Because Mew can't attend. a TGTV, it goes dun 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 dun. No, it's not the same soundtrack. Look at that. You can have a rental Mew, but it has awful stats. Look at that. Look at those stats. Also, it has awful moves, which honestly isn't far off from my own Mew right now. What's my Mew look like? Yeah, that's not too far off. But it has way better stats. Can you use it in free battle? Also, can we point out how like you can have 2 people versus 2 people here? Like, I love that feature. Both people can use 3 Pokemon each. But why can't we have a tournament that also features 4 players? Like Stadium is so... like, it's so multiplayer friendly. I love it. The expansion pack, the fact that 4 players can all play. Mew's not here. I did pick Anything Goes, right? Yeah, I know. Mew's only in Prime Cup as a rental, and the only reason they did this is, I guess, because of Victory Palace. You know, for the Amnesia Psyduck. Because you need to use Mew in order to get Amnesia Psyduck. So that's why they put Mew there. Okay, for real, that'll be all. Next time we stream this, round 2. And I'm gonna just try to discuss my plans over Discord to see what I can change. See how I'll go about this. And in the meantime, we'll do Yellow Kaizo. We'll do Yellow Kaizo next time. Not via the Game Boy Tower, mind you. But, like, we'll be doing that. Anyway, see ya. We'll just end by crashing the game.